In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this really awesome table that was put together by a customer of ours. This was built by Steve. The whole thing is made out of 3/4 inch EMT conduit, as well as maker pipe connectors, as we can see a corner of one there. And we manufacture the maker pipe connectors in South Carolina, so you can put pieces of EMT conduit together and make all kinds of custom projects like this. And it's really cool. You can get EMT conduit off the shelf locally at places like True Value, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's, and different hardware and home improvement stores. And essentially what Steve has done here is he's made this custom rack for these dumbbells, as we can see on top of the rack there. And this is really awesome. Just a really cool table and rack that he put together, utilizing some 18 gauge steel for the shelves, and just really awesome. So we'll kind of break down the design of this. I think it'd be helpful to go to the last picture here. We can see the main breakdown of the frame and the design of it, which is essentially just 90-degree connectors in the corners to essentially create this cube shape so the 18 gauge steel can sit on top. So essentially he just used 4 of the 90-degree connectors, 1 in each corner, as we can see here. And then he used a front to back, or he used 2 T connectors to make a front to back support, just to hold up the weight of the dumbbells and all the steel that's going to be on this frame. And essentially that's all he did, because he just did that up around the top for the top shelf. But then the same exact thing was done down here on the bottom as well. And then while we're down here, we can see that he used a handheld pipe and tube bender to make these 90-degree bends down here for a really cool looking leg that sticks out. And that's really cool. Just all kinds of awesome stuff in this table and in this rack. But essentially, he also did this Denver Bronco. I think it's for Denver Broncos, or no, BSU Broncos, sorry. A BSU Bronco that he cut out using a CNC plasma cutter, which is really awesome. He mounted that to the frame as well. And essentially just, those 8 90-degree connectors and those few T connectors to make the main frame. And then essentially just got this 18 gauge steel, I think he said. Yeah, 18 gauge sheet metal for the shelves and a bead roller for the top. And he said he usually will weld stuff like this, but he doesn't like welding galvanized metal, which is good. You don't want to do that because it's very toxic to do that and very dangerous. So makes sense that he wouldn't want to do that. And that's why we make maker pipe connectors, so you guys can build stuff without having to weld. But really cool table. There's obviously a lot that goes into this because of the custom shelves that he made, where essentially it looks like it's a flat piece that he bent on the edges to kind of go around the conduit and cover up the conduit. And then he used self-tapping screws to secure that metal to the framework and secure it in place. And just looks really sick, kind of hides all of the connectors, which looks cool. And just a really awesome build and a great rack that he has for storing the dumbbells. So really cool, Steve. Thanks so much for sharing this. I'll link this post down below if you want to check out all the pictures yourself. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below and in the comments. And thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and consider subscribing. And I'll see you in the next video.